This is Leah.
And this is Lena.
And this is
our cooking show. Oh yeah, we're doing.
Hi guys, today we're going to be making
My grandmother's cinnamon rolls and
PumpKiss hot chocolate.
And we're going to start off with cinnamon rolls. So let's get to it. The ingredients for these cinnamon rolls are 2 tablespoons of yeast, or 2 packages, 2 eggs, 2 cups of water, brown sugar, shortening, 7 cups of flour, pecans, and
butter, maple syrup, sugar, salt, cinnamon, and raisins.
Alright guys, the first step we're going to do is mix shortening, sugar, a cup of boiling water, and what else?
Salt.
So, I'm going to get the shortening ready. We're going to use half a cup. So when I do that, what are you going to do, Lena?
I'm going to put some sugar in the bowl. Half a cup of sugar. And then after that, some salt.
And a cool little story about this recipe, and my grandma's probably watching right now, is that her mother told her how to do it. And I was actually named after my great-grandmother, Rose. Her name was Rosalita, and my name is Leah Rose. And she learned it from a young age, how to cook and stuff. And it's really cool and it's special to me because she taught me how to make it. Alright.
Family recipe.
I know, family recipes or the days. Alright. Shortening's in.
Okay.
And then we add sugar. Salt. And after you put that in, then you put the cup of hot water in.
And you stir it until it's smooth.
And after you stir it, you have to wait till it cools down before we can do the next step. Which is going to take how long, Lena?
4 minutes. 4. Now that we've beaten the 2 eggs, we're going to add them to the cool down ingredients.
And as she puts that in there, after we put the eggs in there, put a cup of cold water. And then we put 2 tablespoons of yeast, or 2 packets. And after you do that, you mix it all together until it's smooth. We're going to be doing 3 cups of flour at first.
Uno.
1.
2.
2. And you mix it until it's smooth as what, Lena?
Plastic.
Yeah.
Or a baby bottle.
Or just smooth. Okay.
And
the third one. Alright. And when you get to the third one, you gotta wait and make sure you mix it in all the way until it's smooth. It's getting smooth. Alright. Now the next part is pretty tricky because you're gonna be kneading the dough. Alright, so we need 3 more cups, Elena.
Raz. 2.
Make sure the cups are full.
2 cups.
Let's close it again. Oh, that's good if it's a little extra because the other ones weren't that big.
3.
Alright, when you get 3, this is whenever you get all gooey. So, you're going to take it and plant it over.
You're kneading it.
Yep.
Massaging the dough.
When it gets a little bit thicker, we can put it on the counter.
And let it rise, right?
Well, not yet, but this is actually the first time I've made this recipe without my grandma.
Grandmas are awesome at making bread.
Oh, yeah. Alright, it's starting to thicken up, so Lena, I want you to put flour on the table. Alright. Yeah. punch it. And whenever you knead it, make sure you knead it down with the palm of your hand. And press down. And folding it. And the amount of time that you probably should be, like, you're like, if you really don't know, like, am I doing it, if I'm kneading it enough, it's probably going to take about 5 to 8 minutes to knead the bread. So just so you guys know that if you do this at least 8 minutes, you're going to be golden. We're going to need a little bit more than comfortable. Okay. So just pour a little bit, and you can add more or less. All right, that's good. And then we're going to, Elena, can you rub around the sides and stuff of the bowl?
Yep. A lot of times I like to use a paper towel. This works too. And oh yeah, we're gonna cover it first.
All right, now we're gonna put it in there. And once you put the dough in, you put wax paper over the top and set it on your oven.
Wax paper and a towel so it keeps in.
Alright. And it's going to take about 2 to 4 hours to rise because it depends on what, Elena?
It depends on the altitude and where you live. The higher up you live above sea level, the faster dough rises.
Yep.
So
keep that in mind. So location is everything.
Location, location, location.
Alright. We're going to get a towel and put this on the oven so it can heat up and rise.
If you want, you can turn the oven on for a little while on low temperature for a couple of minutes, and I don't know, like 10 minutes, and it'll just help this rise faster and better. And then turn it off.
After the dough rises from between 2 to 4 hours, it should double in size.
Oh, amazing!
Amazing! And the next thing you do is you punch it down. We punch it down so then we'll be able to separate it because we're going to put it into 2 pieces. Alright. Do you want to punch it? You can do it. Just punch really in the middle. Just push it all the way down. You don't have to. See? And then it starts to deflate. Isn't that awesome?
That's so cool.
Alright. So, now that you've punched it, I'm going to separate it into 2 pieces. Alright.
And I'm going to put flour on the table.
Getting the flour ready. After, we're going to roll one side of the dough into a rectangular shape. Alright.
Smells really good. Like fresh bread. I'm going to start bringing the ingredients over here.
You can flip it over too so you can get both sides. Make it like a rectangle. Alright.
I just microwaved the half a stick of butter so it'll be easier to put on.
So it's half a cup. Okay. And then when she's doing that, I'm going to mix together 1 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And now, I'm going to be sprinkling the cinnamon sugar on top. It is okay if you put it on.
It is okay with us.
What's in the cinnamon sugar? Did you tell me? Yeah, I said 1 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon.
When I'm finishing this up, Lena is going to be putting on the raisins.
Raisins in that, Leah? Lots of raisins are good because we're going to be rolling it up. This smells extremely good. Too bad you guys can't smell through the television. It smells like fall.
Now we just need a fireplace.
And when she's finishing that up, I'm going to sprinkle some nuts on there. Pecans, to be exact. Alright.
That's good?
Mm-hmm. next step that we're going to do is roll it together. Alright.
Good cinnamon roll. Good cinnamon roll.
Alright. When you get to this spot, we're going to cut them 2 inches in between each other. Alright. We're going to set the oven to 375. Alright. Once you get the cinnamon rolls done of the other half of the dough, you do the exact same thing as you do the first one. We're going to prepare the pan. And we're using a 10 by 15. You can use a 12 by 18 or whatever you have, 9 by 13. But this is going to work really well for us, so 10 by 15. And the first thing you need to do is melt half a cup of butter. And Lena, can you pour? And you don't have to use all of it. You just need enough to cover the surface and cover the sides. And then it's kind of hot, so maybe you want to... Okay. When she's getting that ready, I'm going to get 2 cups. I'm going to fill up a cup. We're going to put 2 cups of brown sugar on the bottom.
I have butter control or oil control. I'll dip a paper towel in the butter and swipe.
Make sure you get the sides. So see, we didn't use all the butter, but I mean, it depends on how much you actually put on there.
Okay.
Alright. And I'm going to toss this, and I want you to spread it out on the pan.
Okay.
Because this is going to be the topping for the cinnamon roll on the bake. Just sprinkle all over.
The topping, when we actually flip them over, we flip them upside down. The bottom is actually the top.
Mm-hmm.
So your toppings go on the bottom of the pan.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to put a cup of nuts. Just gonna add the rest because there's like a little bit more. Okay. And after that, we're gonna put maple syrup. And it's actually half a cup. And since I just have a cup here, I'm just gonna go halfway. But just spread it. And then we're going to mix it all together with the syrup.
Want me to clean any of this stuff up?
Not yet. And add a little bit of butter on top of it.
Sprinkle it or
Like pour it. You put the remaining of the butter on top of it. Spread it out. I'm just moving up the pan a little bit. Trying to even it out a little. Alright. I'm going to add one last bit of syrup. All the way across. You don't have to add that much, but we are going to today. Alright, and the last and final part is we're going to put the cinnamon rolls in the pan. And we're going to put them close together because they're going to expand.
they're so cute.
Alright. And once you get them all in the pan, you're going to have to actually wait another 10-15 minutes and let the dough rise even more a little bit before you put them in the oven. So we're going to let them do that, and then we're going to put, after you let them just wait 10 minutes, and then after you put wax paper on it again, and then after 10 minutes, you cook them for 30 minutes.
On
375. Alright, after you let the rolls rise for 10 extra minutes, you can take the wax paper and towel. You can finally put them into the oven. Alright, Yelena, can you open it up?
Yeah. You guys want to see how awesome they look?
See, they raised a little bit. They raised a little bit more, so it makes them extra good whenever you cook it. All right.
Open sesame.
Beep. Oh my gosh, that's really hot. All right. Then you're gonna cook them for 30 minutes.
Hey guys, so right now we're gonna be making our PumpKiss hot chocolate.
The ingredients you're gonna need for this is Swiss Miss, dark chocolate sensation, and then a cup of milk. Then you heat it up for a minute 30 in the microwave, and boil it, whatever you want to do. But cook it. And then we're gonna use some Hershey Kisses, and then half a tablespoon of dried chai tea.
Half a teaspoon of pumpkin spice, a sprinkle of cinnamon sugar, whipped cream, and some pirouette.
Alright. First thing you do
is, since we've already boiled or microwaved the milk for a minute and 30, we're going to empty a dark chocolate packet in here and stir it up. So you can stir it in yours if you want.
Okay.
After you mix your hot chocolate, you drop a Hershey Kiss in there. That's why it's a PumpKiss recipe. 1 or 2 would be fine. Start off with 1, see how sweet it is. It'll melt in there and it'll just taste really yummy.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
We're using all these tablespoons and stuff. Okay, and then we'll use half a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and you can make it full. We'll just give it some extra kick.
A little bit going over. Middle. Alright, chai tea's next.
Oh, it's already open. Okay. What we're gonna do is take half a tablespoon of chai tea. Powdered is fine, but you can also get the liquid.
The powder's good though.
Mix it in there. And that's the hardest part of it. Not really hard at all. And what you want to do next? Yeah, I can't open this.
That's where I come in handy. I think. Apply pressure.
Here, we're gonna. Oh, look, the cinnamon rolls are done.
Here, you put the whipped cream on there, and I'll get the cinnamon rolls out.
Okay.
Squeeze it.
Squeeze it. So you just
I'm right behind you.
pop the whipped cream on. I love extra whipped cream. When you pause in between each whipped cream, you'll make it more. You'll be able to put more. Like it'll be more controlled instead of just going like this. It doesn't look nice. This creates a really nice, I don't know, texture. So what you do with that, after you have your whipped cream on there, the very last, well, that's the last thing is sugar and cinnamon. Just sprinkle as much as you want on there. Yeah, it looks really pretty.
The last step.
Last step. This is an optional step.
That's where I come in and go. There's 1 for me.
Yep.
And 2 for, just kidding. 1 for her.
It's these are hazelnut chocolate pirouettes. You can get them vanilla or any other flavor, but for this recipe, we like hazelnut.
Yay!
So there's our
PumpKiss
hot chocolate. And the cinnamon rolls are done.
Alright. Now that the cinnamon rolls are done, we're gonna flip them over. But first, we have to have the aluminum foil. So you get 1 long piece, and then you get medium sized adjacent on top, and then 1 last piece on to go over the top of it. Because whenever we put the cinnamon rolls on top of it, we can be able to curl them over. Then we flip it. Then you gradually bring the pan back up. And it just falls right out.
Get in my butt.
It's not that bad of a mess either. Ta-da! And you can wrap them up, or you can let them cool for a little while, eat them in the morning. But that's the cinnamon rolls. Hey babe, I'm gonna take out the trash. Can you put those on the table?
I'm gonna light the candle with it.
Alright, okay. Hey Lena, can you let's get the cinnamon rolls too.
I have not one candle lit for
Here's your plate. Did you take that piece?
Leah!
Don't! It's not me! Don't start that again! Hello you guys, hope you enjoyed yourselves as much as we did. I'm making my grandmother's cinnamon rolls and Yelena's
PumpKiss hot chocolate.
Stay tuned next week for Halloween
Harvest.
treats. And if you guys want to see another silly fun video, click the link to my brother's cinnamon woes. And hope you guys have a good night.
This is Leah.
This is Lena.
And
this is our cooking show. God bless and good night.
Action.
Hi guys, today we're making
My grandmother's cinnamon rolls, and
PumpKiss hot chocolate.
we're going to start off with the cinnamon rolls. So let's get to it.
It's Grandma's homemade cinnamon rolls.
Hey, look over there. And then next week we're